Hi, I made a little game for a game jam, and I want to talk about it. The game's called Shells by the Shore. I think the title pretty much gives it away. The whole point is to collect a bunch of shells. But there's also the fact that you're doing it to help your parents with rent. That's besides the point. You're gonna have to read the actual plot for that bit. I did all the sprites. I did them all in like watercolors and pen. I did all the coding, and my friend Sebastian did all the music. Thank you very much to Sebastian. And I did this all for the GitHub Game Off. That was a month-long jam in November 2025. It was a month-long jam, so it was like pretty much perfect amount of time for me, considering every life thing. And now that the jam's over, and as I'm recording this, it's December, so everyone's judging each other's stuff. But yeah, this is the first time I do this, so I wanted to kind of look back at it a little bit, take some lessons, think about it, have reflections. Why is this the hand motion for reflections? I don't know. I really don't know. And yeah, I might as well do this so I can see what I got wrong, see what I got right, see what I can implement in the future, and hopefully make some better games out of that. So yeah, go ahead and get into this. So the main thing I definitely need to do a lot more of for the next time I make any sort of game is plan. Plan a lot. Plan ahead. Just plan in general for the time that I have allotted, because I didn't do that. I pretty much just went, okay, that's a neat little premise. I have a neat little idea. Fuck it, let's go. And I kind of started prototyping with it, and then that prototype just kind of became the main level. And I don't think that's exactly going to be how it's supposed to be done. So yeah, like I even have out of like those images that you saw, a lot of those were just like the first sketches that I had, that I was like, all right, good, that's it, that's all I need. I also really need to plan the story out, not plan out more, just plan the story out at all. Like I had an idea for the story pretty much like halfway through. I just didn't really plan out the story itself until I'd say like 4 hours before I had to actually turn it in. Didn't exactly like turn it in when the jam was over. I kind of turned it in. I was just like, okay, end of November. November ends. I need to have this done. So I was up till literally like the last seconds of the month writing the script, editing it, making it so I can actually use that script in the game. Like I didn't even have that implemented yet. I just had like, this is a scene where you're gonna have the whole fucking dialogue from here. You do nothing. You do nothing. It didn't even have a button, if I remember right. It didn't even have the button to go into the next thing yet. Along with that, there were some things that I needed to do that I just didn't know were things that I could do or needed to do. When you render things, or not render, when you export things out in Godot, it just ends up very different than what you thought it would be. Like I couldn't really like maximize the screen, couldn't do it properly when it was on the computer. But once I actually exported it, maximized it, I was like, oh, I guess when I do that, the viewport changes a lot. Why does it do that? What the fuck? Along with all the things with the story, just the game itself isn't quite refined. It needs honestly some juice, some polish. Like it needs sound effects for one. It also needs at least some better visual indicator of how many shells you have and how many you've like put away. There's a lot of little things that I need to fix up. And if you decide to play the game before I end up updating it, leave some comments here about it. Tell me what you think. I'd love some feedback. I love to see what people actually think of this thing. I just want more feedback. I want to make things better. I want to do things better. Besides all that, though, I do actually feel like I did good. Like I feel kind of proud of myself for this. I Like I did all the art, I did all the code, which I haven't coded like that in ages. The thing that like I'm most proud of is the fact that I got it done. It's not really fully done, but it's like practically done, you know? Like it's been turned in. It's not just nothing. It's a thing I've made. It's a thing that I've worked on, and it's a thing that like I'm making a game is something I wanted to do for a long time at this point. Like since I was a kid. And I kept putting like limits on myself of like, oh, I need to learn this thing. Oh, I need to go ahead and figure out how to do this first. I need to learn fucking Unity. I need to know every single corner of Godot before I even step foot into like making a thing with it. No, no, you don't need that. I didn't need that. I need to go back in time and tell myself I didn't need that because I didn't. I didn't need to know all that. I could have made stick figures and made that shit something. Made it into some sort of game at least. Obviously, it's like as much work as I kind of expected. Like I thought it was going to be a lot of work, but it's at the same time easier and like somehow even funner than I expected it to be. It's just really fun to make something like this, and it's just it was a lot of work, but it was not like stressful work. There's ways to enjoy it. There's ways to like kind of view it in itself as a puzzle. Like I feel like I was like solving like a little mystery sort of thing, you know? Like the mystery of how the fuck can I make this concept into an actual game I can play. And it's really fun. Actually, the thing that's really surprised me was the fact that I actually do love coding. I do actually kind of love coding when I actually get to do something that I'm interested in. What a concept that like when I don't need to force myself to try and remember or how to use a specific language that I don't like using in order to do like the most boring functions. I can actually do things properly. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I'll make another little video once I actually, have that update done. Uh, yeah, that's it. See ya.